Good morning, everybody. Orange J here with another War of the Visions video, and Addison race patch is out. You already have the unit if you've logged into the game, but what do you have? Let's take a look at her kit. Let's look at her stats a little bit, see if she's any good. And I'm just going to tell you straight off the top, like, she's a good unit, but let's break down why. So she's a cost 100 light unit. Now that 100 cost will only really matter for building cost limited teams. You do not have to pull her. She was given out for free today, so that is nice. She's Performer Blade Soul Red Mage. I particularly like the Blade Soul job right here, and Red Mage might give her some supportive options, but Performer's her new job, so that's mostly what we're going to focus on. Her Trust Master is an accessory with a large AoE 2-use group buff on it that gives your allies Dispel Haste when they hit somebody for 3 turns and 30 critical hit rate. Like, it's okay. It's definitely not game changing, but if you're a newer player and lack nice group buff TMRs, it's useful in that way. Still no agility on it or anything. It's definitely not top tier. It's fine. Her master ability is going to have the group buff. It's going to give her 10% more HP. And then importantly, it's going to drop aggro for her. That negative aggro will help her build into potential evasion teams, even if she's not building evade herself. You send Starlight Elena forward and lock or something like that, and they're out there. They have aggro just through her having negative aggro, and it would be a good thing. Then her dream ability is going to be magic attack 15 for herself, slash resistance 10%, and then upgrade skill soul regram. Now this magic attack, I'm give or take on that one. Her sub jobs give her access to non-magic type moves. Still, it will help her damage, more slash resist, and a skill upgrade. I want to just very briefly scroll down here and look at her agility. At 67, she's nice and fast. She has a decent amount of HP, a high magic stat, and her resists are okay as well. She's very resistant to magic. Magic, missile, and slash, and she's weak to pierce and strike. So I would almost call that like standard fare for a unit in War of the Visions. They got a couple weaknesses, got some strengths. Overall, I think those are fine. Okay, her skills, her kit. Now, most units, this very first one of their new job is like a must run. That's not the case for her. This is 12 defense and 12 magic resist. That's really just okay. Her other new one, Cosmetic Magi, or Cosmetic Maggie. If you watch the anime, it's hard not to say that. Anyway, Cosmetic Magi, this one's really good. 24% magic, 40 spirit pin, and 40 magic attack resist penetration. So in one support ability, you are getting spirit penetration and magic penetration. That's really, really good. Now, what do you combine that with? Well, this one obviously gives you defense and magic resist. You can start looking at the Blade Soul support abilities for spirit and HP if you're going anti-magic. If you're going Red Mage lore, this one's really good. Initial AP 15 and magic damage up by 10%. If you just want to boost damage, that one's okay. However, I really like Blade Soul lore. 12% agility, 40 spirit penetration, and 12 critical hit rate. I think if you're going DPS, this is the way. I think your most common 2 support abilities are going to be Cosmetic Magi and Blade Soul lore. If you're going anti-magic, you could also run Mage's Protection, but I really love Blade Soul lore, and with that, she's at 80 spirit penetration, with just those 2 things. So you don't need to worry about going and getting any from gear. Counter move, she has reflex, so that's really good, A+. Continuing down the line. Okay, chill out. This dispels courage on a target. Now, it is short range. One thing, if you're running her and trying to take advantage of her like de-hate ability, if she's going up to units and hitting them, and so are your other units, she's going to get AoE'd. So short range moves and anti-aggro don't synergize very well. So there is a little bit of a drawback in this move, but still, dispelling courage is an important thing to have in your kit. Now, a really important move for her is this one. It is a Spirit Debuff 30 multi-hit attack from a good range. She's going to be a unit that's going to be useful in PvE score runs. If you're doing a light chaining team, for example, there's a lot of light units that hit spirit as a check on their damage. Being able to debuff that with a multi-hit move, very powerful thing. Okay, break through the upgrades to go viral. This is her guaranteed hit move, 100% hit chance, breaks magic barriers for target, and does 200% damage. Very strong move right there. Then Barrier Bop, this one was previewed. This gives reduces physical damage taken 50% 3 times for self. So she does seem to be, with this buff, she seems to be more of an anti-physical unit than an anti-magic unit, although her support abilities are all over the place in that regard. Still, a 50% physical shield is really good. And then she gives Protect to her group, again, further filling in that anti-physical build if you want to go that way. Then Sorceress's Smile. This is her big AoE attack. This is definitely something you're going to be seeing a lot of from her. 165% modifier. It decreases AoE resist 30. If the targets have that debuff on, they take a 40% attack and magic hit as well. So that's really good. So it's a 3-turn debuff to AoE resist, attack, and magic for a big AoE attack. This will help penetrate some of that newer version of Bruiser that's stacking AoE and single target resist. And then Soul Regram, which gets upgraded. This is a buff for an ally that gives them a 200% chance to ignore fatal damage. So it's a courage buff to an ally. When conditions are met, auto cast skill, recover HP when you're 20% or below, and then ignore sure hit for 3 turns. So a couple things to say here. There's obvious synergy here with this and evasion units. Starlight Elena is about the top of Light's evasion tier. The issue there is that she already has a courage buff. Now, you can have her do other things and receive this buff from Addison instead, and I think that's probably the way to go, because ignoring sure hit on Starlight Elena seems real good. But and then this heal as well, this auto recover HP is good as well. Like if we go look at Starlight Elena real quick, why not? Let's spend a moment on this video here. Elena, there she is. Elena's courage buff. Let's go look at it. It's going to be, I've tempered my resolve. This gives her courage, right? 200% chance to ignore fatal damage. It also gives her accuracy and critical evasion. So are you willing to sacrifice that accuracy and critical evasion on your Elena to ignore sure hits? Yeah, I think you probably are. I think that's probably worth doing. So there we go. There's kind of like my breakdown there. Okay, let's continue. Performer. This is interesting. It's a long-range TP move with a chance of inflicting disable on the targets for 3 turns. And if they're disabled, their evasion rate goes down 50 and their spirit goes down 40. So I mean, if the AI will use this, which the AI might use this could be cripplingly good, especially for a unit you're getting 97 faith on anyway. And then Take It Slow. She has a CT decreasing move as well that hits at a very small line AoE. Okay, Blade Soul. Why would you run Blade Soul? Look, you run Blade Soul for the access to slashing damage moves. She has another magic barrier break on here that restores CT for herself. She has the AoE Slate Wiper move, so if you want another damage type, boom, you can go Blade Soul. Red Mage. Why would you run Red Mage? Well, you run Red Mage because it gives her access to Cura for maybe like a round 2 of Guild Wars, and it gives you Jamming Thrust, and Jamming Thrust is really good. So there you go. Then her Limit Break. This is a 200% damage modifier, 67% chance to inflict slow for 3 turns, 3-hit large AoE move. This is going to be a great move for PvE. It's going to be a great move for PvP as well. Overall, I think she is going to be an absolutely great unit, and if you build her, you are going to get a lot of play out of her in both PvP and PvE. Now, she's also coming with this vision card that you can pull right now, and I think there's like 40 some days on all these banners, so you have a minute. Anyway, the vision card, it's a magic VC with 168 magic, 4 defense, 287 HP. You're going to get HP up 5% for the unit effect. If you are Addison, Camilo, or Elsorel, who are prominently featured on this card, with Camilo really betraying Elsorel right here. I mean, like, if we look at the artwork on this card, Camilo, man, like Elsorel's not even mad. Elsorel's not even mad, and Camilo is all about, 2023 TikTok stars. So anyway, those 3 will get AoE resist 10. Love that. That's a great group. That's a great unit buff. Our girl Addison will also get 20% magic, and then Camilo and Elsorel will get attack 20% if you want to use it on them. Now, this attack 20% is nice. It kind of makes up for the fact there's no attack in the VC, so I do like that. Then there's a move on it called Addison Ray that reduces counter chance 100 for 3 turns, does a 240% damage modifier move. It has 2 uses and is rainbow. So what that means is that It grabs the element of the unit using it. You can see the jobs for this right here. Mages, mostly just mages. Yeah, you see those right there. It's going to be Energist, Summer Helena, Zoma, Roy, Kefka. Who is this one? Performer at, oh my god, it's Addison, duh. And then Slime. So those people can use that. Anyway, next up, party effect. You got magic resist 24%, magic 40%, reaction block rate 40. So pretty good here. I like the magic with magic resist. Still, what about the units that can use this? Specifically, what about light element units that can use this? Well, they're really good. So you're going to get Addison, you're going to get the evasion duo of Locke and Elena, Sylvie's in there, Lucio's in there if you're going like some anti-dark thing. It's a pretty good light roster if you want to use the VC. So there you go. Guys, that's what's coming this week. That's Addison's kit. I think she's going to be really good. I can't wait to see people start using her. Remember, I added this to my patch review video. There are some free shards floating around out there with the social media campaign, so don't miss out on that if you want to catch those. Otherwise, have fun, everybody. Enjoy your Addison, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.